Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Far Cry 5. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today, the return of Guy Marvel. Let's get to it. Dead Living Zombies is the third DLC and final one in the Season Pass if you have gotten it in the Far Cry 5 series. And this one, I think you'll find, is similar to the other two. So Guy Marvel is pitching different ideas, zombie ideas, to different producers trying to get his movie funded. So there are 7 different scenarios, so 7 different producers, 7 different ways to fight zombies. Now each episode will take approximately 15 minutes to complete. Now if you die at any point during the episode, you will have to start from the beginning. So if you die, you start from the beginning, even if you were 2 minutes away from finishing the episode. So instead of 15 minutes, it's going to take an additional 15 minutes on top of the 13 minutes you already put into it. So there are no checkpoints. It's complete the whole thing or start over and do it again. So keep that in mind. It is a survival-esque type game where you start off with some ammo and some way to defend yourself, and then you have to find more ammo and more guns and different guns. Lots of different types of shotguns normally. There are some other guns in there. Shotguns do seem to be one of the better choices, since the zombies always seem to know where you're at. They always see you first, and they always are running to attack you. So there is no stealth gameplay. There is no distracting the enemy. It's all run, gun, grenade. Take them out before they take you out. Now, I think there is some interesting aspects to this DLC, but overall, I don't see it as being fun to play. It's not something that you're going to come back over and over and over again to try different things, to do things a different way, take out zombies in a different manner, because there are no takedowns, because there is no stealth, there are no takedowns, there's swing the bat at them, and that's about it. So all the DLC has been, I think, a little bit disappointing to one extent or another, based on, I think, preconceptions of what people thought when it was initially announced. Lost on Mars, when I initially heard it, I thought it was going to be kind of a Starship Troopers type thing, where there's just going to be waves of zombies. Giant alien bugs that are going to attack, and you have to get into their stronghold and take them out. Which obviously wasn't the case. The Vietnam DLC, I thought, would be more of a survival type game, where you start off with nothing, and you have a set amount of time to get out. You have to find the evac point, get to it, get out, and you have to do something in between, and you only have a certain amount of time to do it. The whole area that you're in is going to be, carpet bombed or whatever, so you don't want to be there when that happens, so you want to get in and get out quickly. And if you're able to find some intel or something, then that could delay the carpet bombing a little bit by however much, an extra minute or whatever. But you're always on a timer, and it's always just have that feeling of you need to push forward. And Dead Living Zombies, I thought, would be a horde mode where you just have waves and waves of zombies. And maybe you have a couple different maps where you have different areas that you have to defend, and they come at you. And as the waves go on, they get a little bit stronger, and you're able to get better weapons. And obviously that wasn't the case. They wanted to kind of project a storyline for each one, and I think they did that, but they did it in such a way that it was more drawn out than it should have been. The Vietnam, it would take you at least an hour to run through start to finish. Lost on Mars was several hours because you had to go to every point on the map in order to get Herc's body back together. Dead Living Zombies, you can't pick and choose what episode you want to play. You have to play through each one in order to unlock the next one. And once you beat it, then you open up the score attack. And the score attack is basically just the same thing, only you're on a timer. So you want to get everything done before the time runs out to get the best score. So I think Ubisoft kind of missed the mark on the DLC and what the players expected and what they wanted from it. They didn't want a whole new story. They wanted something that they could enjoy playing and put down and then come back to it and play it over, and it would be like not completely new, but it would be familiar but new. I don't know if I can explain that any better. So, not as much fun as I would have liked. It's interesting, but there isn't a lot of incentive to go through every episode because it's basically all the same. It's different maps. You have to do a little bit different things for each one, but you're basically running and gunning and blowing up zombies as you go. You get more difficult zombies as you go along. You have ones that blow up, ones that are on fire, ones that are stronger. You've got Yeti zombies, etc. So there is a variety of different zombies, but I think the fun factor is just missing. Now, if you don't have any of the DLC and you were looking to get one just to try it out and see what you think, I would recommend playing the Vietnam one. Of the three, I think that one was the most fun. Now you can play co-op in any of these, and it will be a little bit more enjoyable because you're playing with someone else and you can have fun while you're playing with the other people. Dead Living Zombies, when you're playing co-op, the zombies are harder to kill. So just be aware of that. But the Vietnam one, I think, was the most enjoyable because you could skip over most of it. There was the initial encounter where you have the firebomb mechanic, and you have to clear out that camp. But once you're done with that, you don't have to engage the enemy at all up until the end. So you could go straight from the beginning to the end and not engage anyone. And that is the way that I kind of approached it in the initial the survival mode, which was a little bit harder. You know, action hero mode, you've got more slots, you can have more weapons. So it makes more sense to go through all the different camps and different areas and grab everything. But anyway, that's it. If you're interested in getting Dead Living Zombies, go ahead and check it out. I believe it's $10 from the Ubisoft store, PlayStation Store. If you like zombies, this may be your thing. Like I said, it's not as much fun, I think, as some other games that have zombies in it. So if you are into zombies, maybe go look at one of those other ones. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to ring the bell before you leave to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
thing standing between the lovers is a church.
Let me guess. Juliet has to climb over it using her superpowers.
Nice idea, but I want it to be more grounded in reality. There'd be scaffolding all around the church.
I'm gonna find you, sweetie! Come back when you know what did that! Look! Get me outside! It could be yours! Watch out! Go find out what happened! They're outside now! Please stop hiding from me!
And then, Juliet sees her lover's coffin, and the gang trying to bury him.
Let me guess. She has to kill them all.
Exactly! We are totally on the same wavelength, my man!
Who's firing? Go to murder right I don't see anyone! Keep firing! Say your prayers, asshole! You can't beat me! I got no patience for assholes like you! Holy hell! Fuck you, shitbag! I can smell you from here!
And then the gang member's like, I'm gonna kill the hero!
I got her in sight! You're a scared little girl! Hey! She's over here! Suck out my farts!
Juliet saves Romeo from a fate worse than undeath. She opens the coffin and... Pah! M. Night Shyamalan, baby! Romeo is a mashup of all the monsters you can think of. The dude's ugly as fuck, but love conquers all. Ha-ha!
This story could only come from the mind of an old virgin.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I am a lot of things, but I ain't no virgin. And I'm not old. I just don't snort Botox every day like you.
Oh, look. Security's here.
Ah, I was just about to leave, asshole.